Today, I'm going to use exactly 160 markers to color this. So let's get started. Now it's time to start using the colors. For the cat, I tried to use as many different shades of gray as I could. I used the warmer grays for the ears and the cooler grays for the whole cat. I had a lot of grays to work with, so I decided to try to do a tiger pattern, and I used this photo as my reference. I tried as hard as I could to get it as similar to the pattern on the cat in the photo, but it was quite difficult because I'd never done anything like this before. So I moved on to doing the paint can, and I tried to use greener grays and darker grays to try to contrast it from the cat because I had already used many different shades of gray. I had never drawn a paint can before, and I tried to make it look shiny, but I do not think I achieved that. But at least I used many different colors on this. After the cat and the paint can were all colored, I started working on the paintbrush and the background. For these two things, I tried to use more of my browns and darker yellows. I kind of tried to make the background look wooden. I don't know if I achieved that either, but luckily I did use many different shades of brown, so I got those out of the way. Using the browns was probably one of the most boring parts of coloring this because I had so many to work with, and I tried to figure out where to use what shades, and it was quite difficult, but I made it work. Next, I started working on all of the paint splatters. For the yellow paint splotch, I tried to use as many different yellow colors, which was about like 6 or 7, and then I did an orange splotch, which was only about 4 or 5 different colors on that tiny little splotch. And now, we are about halfway through using all 160 colors, so that leaves about 80 left. I started coloring in this one paint tube, and I tried to use my reds and pinks, and I did a lot of shading because I had so many different colors to work with. After that paint tube was all colored in, I worked on the next one, trying to use more of my pinker purples and purples. I tried to use the lighter shades for the lid and then the darker shades for the rest of it. I'm pretty sure I used about 10 or 20 different colors just on that one paint tube. Finally, I was about done working on all the warmer tones, and I could go in with the cooler tones. I used more of the blue-gray color for the paintbrush. There were about 5 or 6 different colors just for the blue-grays, all in different shades. I used more of my purpley blue colors for this paint splotch on the can. Then I started working on all the paint that is dripping on the cat. I colored one yellow, And then I worked on the paint that the cat is in, and I used as many different shades of blue as I could. And then I started working on the green, which is my favorite color. Before doing the final paint splotches, I worked on the cat's eyes. I used about 3 different shades of teal for her eyes, and then I started working on some of the final splotches of paint. I colored most of them green, and some I colored with the blue colors I had left. And after doing some final touch-ups, this piece of art was finally done. And here it is. This piece of art was quite fun to do, and thank you to this person for suggesting this idea. Otherwise, I would not have thought to do this